I'm out here in Letterfrack, the home of West Coast United, one of the 36 clubs who play in the Galway Football League, which is home to nearly 16,000 football players. This is just one of the clubs that are in dire need of facilities. We're here at the grass pitch, obviously, in the beautiful backdrop here in Letterfrack, but it's one of the clubs in Galway that suffer badly when there's poor weather, when pitches have to close down with storms and floods and so on. Not just here in Letterfrack, but in the city as well. We have clubs like where I'm involved at Galway Bohemians, West United, Renmore, Merlin Woods, many more clubs in the county as well of Galway that are in dire need of all-weather facilities to be delivered, so the kids of these areas, the kids here in Letterfrack and in the wider area, have a facility in place that they can train all year round. We can't have a situation where the clubs are trying to grow, and in particular the girls and ladies game is growing at a huge rate across Galway. And those 16,000 players that we mentioned now in the Galway leagues, there's many more to come. And clubs like this here in Letterfrack will grow if we invest. And let's not be shy in saying that clubs like this and clubs in the city and all around Galway deserve the exact same investment as other parts of this country. So let's put our money where our mouth is and invest in facilities for young people in Galway once and for all. We're here with a former colleague of mine on the pitch, a referee, and I learned a lot from Trevor Conlon, a great guy in the community here in Letterfrack, where he's involved in the club West Coast as a coach. And we've just been to the pitch, Trevor, and you're in the same boat I am as a coach, for frustration with games called off and flooded pitches and all that kind of stuff. So I think that the need is to not be shy in asking for development in Galway and getting the same facilities to have in the East Coast and in the south of this country. The exact same for Galway, just for communities like here in Letterfrack.
Yeah, 100%, Mike. We've had games called off all season there because the pitch is unplayable from the rain, winds, whatever. We've actually two pitches, and some weeks none of them are playable. So then we lose the home advantage, and then we're forced to go into Galway to play our home games as actually away games. It's happened to us this year numerous times where referees had to come all the way out from the city, and we don't have the facilities out there to play the games. We're after losing, I'd say this season alone, 25 games between the juveniles and ourselves, and the kids' games being pushed back, and referees are coming an hour driving out and they're calling off games and they're going back into the city. It's a waste of time really for the two sets of teams coming out and the referee. And it's happening every season now for as long as I've been involved in football, over 20 years in Galway.
And even like the last few weeks with the cost of living and the cost of fuel in particular, you're talking like 25 games over a season.
Yeah.
You're talking about 18 of a squad. That's 18 people have to travel into Galway if they're not carpooling, of course. But you're still going to have a couple of cars travelling into Galway for games, simply because you haven't got a facility here in this day and age to cater for, I suppose, all-weather football.
We don't have the facilities. We have a small Astro pitch out in Letterfrack, but it's not up to standard. It's not full size. We actually get a bus every week into Galway, but that's at a very high expense to the club, and that's for all levels. Some of the kids do carpool in their games, but buses are expensive, as we know. Yeah. And with the price of fuel, we had to travel in there to Galway. We had a 2-hour Kinshandy, I think we were going to. We had over a 2-hour drive. Crazy. From here, and the price of everything that was going on in the country, it was madness.
I think the one thing you have, I suppose, going for you here, we were out there at the pitch and the space is there. I think it needs the willpower now to go and drive on and deliver, because not just for the soccer club, but for the GA club and everyone else involved as a community facility. It's there to make sure that they can flourish. And I've seen it here as a referee. I've come out to Letterfrack. When the pitch is called off, you might go to Cladaduff.
Yeah.
But we see it, the growth in the game, and the club are doing Trojan work out here, and to keep that growth, you have to have facilities.
We need people like yourself, Mike, to get behind us and to push this forward another step at another level, because so it's not only West Coast United that uses the facilities out there. It's Renvyle GA, it's the Gráinne Wales. So if you put the three clubs together, you're probably talking 25 teams or 20 teams between all the levels in all the clubs, and it's just not good enough out here anymore. It's a struggle, but if we have the likes of yourself that's going to fight for us and stuff like that, it's a big thing for us, And
that's it. And my frustration, Trevor, is very simple. We tend to this kind of out of sight, out of mind mentality. If you're not in the heart of an urban centre, you're forgotten about.
Yeah, we agree. We seem to be lost out here, or forgotten about, as a man would say.
Yeah.
I know we're out the west side as far as you get, but we're forgotten about. And like you said, the facilities are out there, the ground is out there. We just need the support, and we need people to get behind us and to push it on an extra level for us, So,
well, as someone who was involved in the local game as a coach for 15, 25 years now, and as a referee the last 5 or 6 years, with your good self helping me out at the very start.
No problem.
It's something I want to get involved in helping, because again, I think if we don't future-proof our communities and put facilities in place for young kids to get involved in community stuff, they tend to fade away in terms of clubs. So to future-proof the club and the community, let's just do it. There's enough talking going on, enough lip service. Let's just deliver now.
Yeah, well, like, we need to deliver it out there big time. Like you said, the talking has to stop. It's going on too long now. And like when we travel into Galway, even though I was a referee, you see the likes of Merlin and you see the likes of Salt Hill and amazing Knocknacarra, amazing facilities. And then they come out here and they're looking around as if, what are we coming out here for? Yeah. Do you know, because they're not what they have is 100 times better than what we get. Yeah. So we need people to get behind it, and we need people like yourself to give it a final push. Like, you know, the paperwork has to go over the line.
If I'm elected on May 22nd, I can guarantee you my support to get those funding in place for delivery for clubs like this.